Hello from Farland. This is my little Faller truck that runs around the layout. I'll show you some video. And it would run around. I like to run in the dark sometimes so I can see the lights of the trains and stuff. Well, this didn't have any lights, so I couldn't very well run it. Couldn't have it running around in the dark, although I did it a few times. So I wanted to have lights in it. And I've seen lights in them, and I've watched videos of people putting them in, but honestly, they're able to manipulate these micro wires and things a lot easier than I can. It's a lot of trouble for me. So I got started working on it. And the first thing I was able to accomplish after just about ruining the unit was a couple of taillights. And they run on the main battery. And they're red. They're those focused red LEDs. And I painted out the rest of them. I bought some of these. And they are, I'm sure you've seen them. They look like that. And these are red. When they come on, they're red. Well, I was able to get those up underneath. I painted the rest of them black, left the ends unpainted, although a lot of red light bleeds through because they're pretty bright, honestly. And I was able to get those wires wrapped in there and around and came up here and soldered to the main power supply. And then made it switchable. I just had it come on with the motor, which is fine. When it's running around, you don't really see underneath it very well. So it's not a problem. Okay, I have to turn this off. And I've got those wires wrapped every which way to get them around and into the right places and soldered together in the right direction and all that other business. But I was stymied on the front headlights. Now I had managed to figure out how this goes on and off, and figure out how to snap it apart. And I got the driver in there, which you can't see, but I have a still, or you can see them in there. I got the wheel moved across to the correct side, and I put the driver in there. I mean, as long as I was in there, I might as well put a driver in there. But these headlights are different. I discovered, I'm going to have to use my tweezers to hold these. Okay, so I bought a bunch of these. They're flat. I don't think you're going to be able to see them. They're flat, they're squarish, rectangular. And I discovered that they fit perfectly in the slot in the front bumper or whatever this is. on the truck. But when I hooked them up to the main battery, they would not run. That did not work. So what to do? Now, I thought about it for, I don't know, 6 months. Until I finally realized, well, what about a separate battery? There's lots of room in here. So that's what I did. I've used a separate battery, and I soldered leads onto it so I could manage it. And I probably need to get a switch that I can mount someplace in the truck. But for now, I just made a loop. I made a loop of wire and I just wedge it on the end of the other wire. It stays there. It works. Okay, it's fiddly. I need a switch. I know that. This is the kind of battery I used. It's a SMCR 1220-2 3-volt. It was the smallest one I thought I could manipulate in my fingers, because between the arthritis and some of the other problems I have, I was worried that if it got too small, I couldn't do it. So there it is. And that's how I put lighting in my Faller truck. Bye from Farland.